Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Nuni back with another reading. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, there was no messages, there was no songs or nothing like that. Um, it's just me. But let's get started. Let's see. I know I shuffled these up. I know I did. What the hell? Because it looked like the same cards. That was a terrible shuffle, though. Gee. All right, all right. So let's get started. See what we got going on. So let's think that. What is that? Compromise is coming your way. All right, so something you want, something somebody else wants. You guys have opposing desires. You guys about to meet in the middle. Could be dealing with the Aries or dealing with somebody who's a more free-spirited type of person. They may be a musician or they may be a creator or creative type of person. Kind of come as they go type of person. Come as they please. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got Aries again. So there's somebody who's been holding back. For some of y'all, resentment or holding back maybe resources or holding back from expressing themselves. They have a lot of desire for you. They've been overthinking it a lot. Could be a Pisces. All right, so you guys are dealing with it. It could be romantic. It don't gotta be though, but it kind of giving a little bit romantic. I think it's abundance. So it's just like you guys been waiting to hear from them, or they've been maybe it's like it could be either like maybe money, or it could just be like an opportunity that's like beneficial. You got Libra energy here again, so this could be also like them wanting to maybe make peace in a situation. Sometimes it's like make amends. All right, this may be somebody who you guys were feeling, I don't know, kind of worried about at one time, or like overthinking or stressed about at one time, something like that. So there's somebody who wants to be, so they're indecisive about what they want to say though, or how they want to say it. You know what I mean? They're really overthinking themselves a whole lot. All right. So I think they want to come to terms about something with you. All right. Sometimes could be a Virgo. All right. So now I'm thinking there's somebody who wants to fix things between y'all. All right, so we got unexpected. So there's an unexpected alignment with y'all, or unexpected maybe disruption, but it puts you guys on the right path together. So something has to happen, like maybe like something drastic in a way has to happen for you guys to kind of like realize this about each other, maybe realize something deeper about each other. All right. But anyway, with the sleeper here, it just means that your intuition was right the whole time. You just were like overthinking what you should do next. All right. So or they were overthinking what to do next. So like they already kind of knew what to do, but they were just overthinking like what their next action is, what their next step is. All right, so what do they need to release? All right, and then nothing is set in stone. All right, so it's just kind of like going with the flow. So like there may be a disruption to the I don't know, to the relationship. So you know what it is? The relationship between y'all doesn't like follow a steady path. It's highs, it's lows, it's kind of uncertainty. You know what I mean? There's a feeling of wanting to release it, then overthinking it, then like wanting to hold on to it, but then overthinking that, and then kind of like, well, let's just see what happens. You know what I mean? So like you kind of be in the vibe of like just kind of see what happens. Let me just see how it kind of plays out. I just want to, you know what I mean? Then you guys get messages from them, unexpected messages from them, and that's where it kind of goes on from there. So let's see what's happening with the unexpected messages, because like it's a lot of uncertainty in the relationship, you know, but they're trying to bring some type of peace or harmony into the connection. All right. And maybe at least figure out, what do you desire in a relationship? What do you desire from me? So even if it's like a deal or like a negotiation, it's like, well, what do you desire? What do you want? What do you need? What's good for you? All right. So it's conversation or connection, messages, calls that you guys were expecting to hear from somebody who's been holding back, maybe resources, or they're like the front line to the resources. So let's say that you needed maybe like funding for housing. You haven't heard from the lender yet. You're waiting on them. You'll probably hear from them because the comment is unexpected. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're at work and they interrupt you. Like there's some type of interruption that comes from them. Maybe you're doing something and they interrupt you in that way. Maybe you're at, you don't know, you could be doing anything. It's just like an interruption that happens. And then you guys have to have a little talk about it. You know what I mean? And it's like uncertainty. So they're trying to like maybe coach you through uncertainty. You know what I mean? Because like this is somebody who I think a Libra and Virgo is like being of service, being great hostess. Both of them, you know what I mean? They kind of, and there's, so you're gonna have talk because we got throat chakra here. That's what this that's what this unexpected was. The unexpected or the uncertainty is communication, like unexpected of like unsure of what to say. You know what I mean? I don't really know what I should say or when I should reach out to you, or I'm not quite sure what they're gonna say, or I'm not quite sure. Like it's them not really knowing like how to communicate it to you or what to say towards you. You know what I mean? So it's abnormal the way they're going to communicate with you. They're just going to get bold and say stuff that they normally wouldn't say. Because it says someone is haunted by you, by the memories of you, and feeling lonely. So they miss you. All right. So that's why they're bringing it up, because like I've been holding back, but like I miss you and I wanna say stuff. So this may be a like I'm not gonna say profound shit, but it may be like over the top in a way emotionally. Like you probably never seen them be this way before. And it's almost like they're kind of like falling apart in a way emotionally. You know what I mean? So it's like unusual. That's what the abnormality of it is, like unusual. They never maybe that acted this emotional before, never acted like they cared a lot before. You know, they may have acted like relationships are more of like a burden or responsibility, or they just didn't take blame. Sometimes like they don't take blame for like what they put into the relationship. Like maybe if they weren't, being devoted, maybe if they weren't, really like being persistent or putting time, energy into the relationship, if they weren't carrying their end of the bargain or responsibility, it's like them not like recognizing that. But now it's like they recognize it. Like I see where I went wrong. So you may have a conversation like that where you're like, oh, I see where I went wrong. You know what I mean? Trying to, and maybe not for some of y'all. I don't feel like they're gonna try to put it on you, but I kind of feel like sometimes they have issues. Like I said, taking blame. So like they may take some fault, but at the same time they may kind of throw it back on you in a way. You know what I mean? Because they want you to also take your part. Like take your part of the blame too. So it's one of those. Hey there, Linus Kitty. So it's one of those. All right, what we got? Okay. So we got a star. So there's a renewal. All right. So now they're going to want to be more of a people pleaser towards you. Could be a Gemini. All right. Could be a Aries, Leo, Sag. Could be Aquarius. All right. So it is a renewal in the relationship. You guys may start having sex again. If you guys weren't having sex with them before, you guys may start having sex again, or you guys may at least start like talking again, like trying to build trust, intimacy again. You know what I mean? If you guys have never had sex, you guys will start talking again, building intimacy again. They are planning on how to initiate, because we got Ace of Wands here. Now, if it's not them, then you're planning, strategizing on how to initiate. You know what I mean? They're still attracted to you guys, if that's what you guys were wondering. Yeah, they're still attracted to you guys. They're still interested in you guys. You know what I mean? It's just that, and now they're starting to see the potential of this being more than what it was initially. You know what I mean? So there's a talk. That's where the compromise is coming in. It's like, I think I need to talk to you. So it may come out like that, where it comes out like stuttering in a way, and like, you know what I mean? You're not initiating shit. Yes, you is. Yes, you is. At some point. Maybe not you, but maybe they will. You know what I mean? Hey, I know, right? I understand that. I feel you. You know what I mean? There's a lot of overthinking in this situation. Sometimes, like, let me just say this. I'm not saying this about you in general, but like, you ever like look at a situation after you've done something, and you just know with all your heart and soul that that motherfucker was wrong, and then maybe a year, 6 months, 2 years, 5 years, no matter how long it take, one day you realize like, oh damn, it's me. I did that. I mean, they did it too, but like I see where like I helped facilitate this situation become more to what it is. You know what I mean? So it could be that. You know what I mean? Because we do got the King of Swords here too. King of Swords sometimes is like not looking at the truth of situations. So this could be you. This could be them. You know what I mean? With the lovers here, you guys maybe dealt with infidelity, or you guys dealt with like rumors, gossip, other people, stuff like that. It could just be any of that maybe held you guys back. Because it's somebody who's holding back from really expressing themselves, or reaching out, or trying to make a deal, or compromising with you. You know what I mean? It's that. I think they talk with other people, because the lovers can be about a confidant. So they may have talked to other people who could have gave bad advice, or it could just be like they were just talking to other people who are on the same page as them, and they're not going to give them the advice like, you should probably make better of the situation, or you should work this deal. These are people who are more geared towards their side, telling them like, nah, fuck them, they this, they that. So like they were going with them people. So it was kind of playing into like what they envisioned to be the right way. So it's not necessarily a wrong thing. It was just what they thought was right at the time of like inflict or whatever was going on. All right, but anyway, there's somebody who now has like built up their confidence, or has worked up their confidence soon. You know what I mean? So, all right, it could be a Capricorn, it could be a Virgo. So they're possessive over you guys, or they feel like I'm not gonna say own you, but they kind of want you around. They need you. They miss you guys maybe for like the help or the assistance that you guys used to give, or they miss you guys for like maybe like how you attend to their needs, or maybe they like tending to your needs, or it's something like that. And for others of you, you guys have lost weight. They like your body. They're losing weight, and because they're literally obsessed now with their physical appearance, or they're literally obsessed now with their body, and it could be because of you, or they're literally obsessed with your body. It was one of those. Body is in here. I'm telling you, it is, because every time I see they're literally obsessed, it has to do around body. And then we got the star here too, which also has to do with renewal of health, appearance, Even because it's also with them her on a bike. So always thinking as like fitness. So they either they're getting into fitness, they're starting to be more focused on their body, they're more focused on their appearance. It's because of you. All right. So you've inspired this person in ways that they probably won't say, because we do have the Ace of Wands here. This is inspiring. You know what I mean? They probably don't won't let you know that you are impactful in their life. You know what I mean? But anyway, they're seeing big hopes. And we got 4 cups here again. So 4 cups in reverse too, which means that they want to take an opportunity to renew the connection between y'all. You know what I mean? So for some of y'all, they're waiting on you to reach out. For others of you, they're going to reach out. They're going to initiate. But right now, they're just kind of like tending to their own garden, tending to what they need to focus on, trying to gain their independence, or just at least trying to gain a sense of self where they don't really need other people. Because like there's somebody who's used to like if something goes wrong, they go back and tell their friends, or they go talk to somebody else, or even if it's a pastor, counselor, it don't matter. They go talk to somebody else and express to them whatever you did, and then that person kind of like makes the situation even harder now because this person has their own little judgment, or like they're like tag teaming you. So now you're not getting the other, like it's like they don't give the other aspect of like what's going on. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get a conversation from them. Seven swords, and it's in reverse. So they're strategizing about how they're gonna do it. So there's somebody who shows up after you don't really need it anymore. Like when you don't really like care if they do. That's when you're gonna hear from them. When you don't really care anymore. When it's like you don't really even need it, or don't even like, and you're not even bothered. You may be like just chilling, just like getting comfortable in your own space. That's when they really are gonna start putting in the energy. I'm not gonna say put energy in, but that's when you'll probably get like messages from them when you don't even really care. You just be figuring stuff out on your own. It's like after you've maybe even like reached the finish line in some way, that's when they reach out. Oh, hey, yo, what up? You know what I mean? Or when you like figure stuff out on your own, like maybe you had to do all this planning, strategizing. Let's say that you wanted to, I don't know, buy a house, get a business, do whatever. Once you start like making the moves, taking the steps, that's for like diligent steps towards that, is when this person shows up. Or when you start figuring out what you need and start taking care of your own needs, that's when they show up. Like this is somebody who maybe has power and control over people when they're in need. And I think I was saying that in the Leo read about relationships being based around um, both people being in need. You have to have a need, I have to have a need, and that's why we come together. Like friends are friends because you have a need of wanting companionship. You have a need of somebody who likes to do some of the stuff that you like to do. You have a need of somebody who you can communicate with and feel seen by. We both have those needs. That's why we're friends. You know what I mean? And we may be even more friends if we both have a benefit that we both can use. Like maybe we run a business and your business can coincide with my business. We're friends. You know what I mean? Same thing in intimate partnerships. What can you give to me that I can give to you? You know what I mean? And if you don't need anything, it's kind of hard for us to be in a relationship because you're going to always think that whatever I'm giving you is not enough because you can do that for yourself. So this person is like maybe even starting to figure out now what they need. And it could be through like other relationships. They may be dating other people, or like, experiencing other people, or just talking to other people, like maybe dating, you know what I mean? Just like interacting with other connections that like, maybe are more passion based, but like they don't feel seen by, they don't feel heard by. The conversations aren't as like in depth or as like passionate. So that might be where it's like through comparison, they're starting to see you a little bit differently. You know what I mean? Like maybe they were with other partners, but those partners were not taking care of their needs. Those partners were selfish, or partners were more self-motivated. Maybe they were more codependent and they needed them more than they needed them. You know what I'm saying? So it could even be that. Like they're recognizing you through like trial and error, or like elimination. You know what I'm saying? So it's something like that. But you're gonna get communication from them. They're gonna take the opportunity to reach out and say something. Yeah, it's gonna be a risk too. For them, it's a risk because they don't really know how it's gonna go. And this isn't something that they normally do. We got the Fool here, which is usually that Aries or Aquarius energy for me. So it's usually unexpected, unusual, unpredictable. You know what I mean? And it's like spontaneous. It's just like I just go without thinking. I'm just gonna see what happens. Take a leap of faith. What's gonna happen? What do you think? I don't know. I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna do it and just see what happens. You know what I mean? So they may throw caution to the wind and just try it. I did say, maybe we have more sex again, but it's because they're obsessed with your body. You know what I mean? Like I said, some of y'all have lost weight, or some of you guys have like really gotten in shape, really put it together, and they're like, God damn, you know what I mean? It's an obsession over your physical appearance. So, or they're going to inspire you to want to do that. So it's one of the two. So if you haven't done that, then they're going to inspire you to do that. You know what I mean? Because they're very sociable and very sensible with the way that they express themselves or communicate. Like this is somebody who always feels like there's something more that could be done, or something that can always be fixed, or like they're kind of like nitpicky about their partners. Like nobody is ever perfect enough for them. And that's probably what you guys are learning, have to have more of a sense of self as well. It's where it's like no matter what you do, no matter who you are, nothing's ever good enough for this person. So you just got to be yourself because they'll deal with it. Like Virgo is a sign of person who can deal with anything. They can make a way. Capricorn too. They can make a way out of any way. They can just deal with it. You know what I mean? So like this, they may have like criticized you or made you guys feel a certain way at one time, but now it's like they can deal with it. You know what I mean? Because Libra is a balance of it. Like it's not too much. It's just enough. They're coming to that realization. Like okay, it's just enough here. I can see it. I can see the vision. But it's because of like other relationships that didn't work. And this may not be like the usual path of what everybody expects to happen, but you know what I'm saying? This is just the path of learning. You know what I mean? It may be a path where you have to get off and then get back on. You know what I mean? So it's maybe like a relationship where you guys were dating or like going towards a destination and then you guys had to get off and stop and like reassess because like I don't know, it doesn't seem like this is going to be it. It's too much uncertainty, too many highs, lows, emotionally overwhelming. You know what I mean? And then it's like I don't know, it just kind of turns itself around. It turns themselves around. It's really because they desire probably sex with you guys, or they just desire that feeling of intimacy that you gave to them at one time. That's what they're looking for. Because you may be a good communicator, a good talker, or you just be saying stuff that makes them like get hyped and feel attractive and feel like confident and can do stuff better in their life and feel like they don't need anybody to take care of them. Like you just give them that confidence to like be able to like take care of themselves. You know what I mean? So that's part of it. You know what I mean? That's part of it. Like I'm not gonna say you give them the will to live, because that could be me like being over exaggerant, but it do kind of give the vibe like you guys give them the will to live at times, or you give them the will to keep going or carry on in some ways. You know what I mean? To figure stuff out. All right. So let me see. What we got? What's the T? Karmic friends. All right. So you can't fully trust them just yet. Cause that's what the lovers is in reverse. We haven't really built any real trust or intimacy. So this is somebody who's probably trying to play a scarcity game with you, where they like limit the amount of time you see them, the amount of time that you guys interact, or they start playing games because we got scarcity tactics, which also is a chessboard. So like they be strategic with how they present themselves, how they talk to you, when they reach out to you, when they give to you, when they share with you, when they share of themselves, all that. And sometimes it's like I leave. It's a scarcity tactic. Makes you feel like you won't find better. You won't get anybody like me again. So it's that, and they hold back to make you feel like you're missing out on something. You know what I mean? So that's what you need to know. They may act like it ain't shit, but like this is part of their devised plan. This is part of like who they are, how they do stuff. You know what I mean? So it's a game. It's a game. But anyway, you guys may release it for a little bit and take some time out, you know what I mean, and just figure it out for yourself. Like, I got other aspirations. There may be other relationships that you guys are, and you guys may be doing the same pattern, where there are other relationships that you guys are indulging in, connecting with. They may not be as fulfilling as you would like them to be, because maybe like you don't have that same level of intimacy, trust that you maybe had with this one person. It's the same thing. It's like you guys are mirroring each other because we got the lovers here, which are mirrors. Anyway, let's get the advice because this has been almost like 20 minutes. Advice. Expression. Ooh. Express how you feel clearly, lovingly, and honestly without fear or judgment. Say it exactly like it is. All will be resolved when you express to others how you truly feel. Trust in the power of life to guide you and heal all concern. Self-expression is liberating and healing. So you guys are going to start being vulnerable and saying stuff that you guys normally wouldn't have said to each other, just like letting it all out. You know what I mean? So it may come through like them trying to confess their feelings to you, but like having issues with it. You know what I mean? Like this is somebody who normally like really represses and holds back from what they really feel about situations. And we got acceptance. Yeah, see? Acceptance. There is nothing about you that you need to fix. Reclaim the disowned parts of you that yearn for love and acceptance. You are beautiful just as you are, regardless of any faults you may perceive you have. You are an internally radiant being of light. Accept all that you are and just be you. When you truly accept yourself, your whole world will magically and lovingly transform. So you guys are going to just become, like I said, a more authentic version of yourself. Signs you guys could be dealing with could be Capricorn, Virgo, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sag, Pisces, Libra, Sag, Cancer, a little razzle dazzle. It is a Aries or an Aquarius. All right, all right. So anyway, Taurus, that was y'all reading. Thanks for being here. Oh shit, some of y'all, I meant to tell y'all, some of y'all may be in a connection with somebody who's a celebrity, popular, famous, world, like I was gonna say world renowned, or world traveled, or like a boss. There's somebody who seems like they run the world or seems like they run their environment. You guys about to have a connection with them. It may be like a secret connection or like a more like not spoken about connection, or maybe they're in a connection or some shit like that. I don't know, something along the lines of that. But you guys are about to be interacting with somebody like that. They're going to see your potential. All right. Anyway, Taurus, that was your reading. Thanks for being here. I'm gone.